Hey, good morning, everybody. Your $1,400 third stimulus check will be arriving today for not one, not two, but three groups of people. And this includes SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Veterans benefits, and Direct Express card holders. There's ironically now not one, but three waves hitting today simultaneously. I have confirmation from viewers overnight that they've received those funds, and it's all incredible great news. After weeks of wondering when it's landing, congratulations. Today is the day as not one, but three waves of stimulus checks, that third stimulus check, of $1,400 lands. I'll be going over all the details in this morning's LALATE video. I'll also be jumping into the live chat with you. Meantime, it's been a big morning with a lot of breaking news. You saw me go live in the video before this with the White House, with the President of the United States, giving you the press briefing about that, the job numbers release pre-dawn. Then you saw just before on morning's LALATE, the live video from Dr. Fauci and Dr. Walensky. Well, guess what? In this video, we will break in here the latest press briefing from the press secretary going live and the Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh. He is likely, of course, to also talk about that jaw-dropping labor number, the new job creation number, nearly 1 million jobs in the month of March created. I'll have all those details and more. And join me as Morning's LALATE continues right now. Good morning, everybody. We've been airing a little bit earlier today because the White House is rolling out live videos. Let me explain to you what's going on with the White House. They've been doing, they did a live feed for the President of the United States very early. So it was almost 8 o'clock here on the West Coast in the morning. So I cut in early to give you that live feed where the President of the United States addressed your fourth stimulus package. He also addressed the latest breaking details about the jobs numbers. And then Dr. Walensky and Dr. Fauci had their daily COVID briefing that went live just minutes after then. And now there's a third one about to happen. So I will cut back into the press secretary and her live feed, which is about to start any second. And she will likely be asked about fourth stimulus as well. But let me cut to your third stimulus check. It's a big day, and I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. You deserve it. Today is a big day, as not one, not two, but three groups of you will be getting stimulus checks, or at least alerts about stimulus checks about to hit. Let me go over all the details. But first, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Remember, I'm dedicated to ensure that every single one of you gets as much money as you can. There's first the stimulus check, and then there's all this other money that's in the third stimulus package. I really, in my heart of hearts, believe that most of you are going to get the stimulus check in the next week. So immediately, if that does happen, we have to quickly shift our brain cells to start focusing on getting that other money. We're not going to wait a breath because guess what? It's first come, first serve with all that other money after you get that stimulus check. And then we're going to focus as well on this economy, getting you back financially stable, understanding the markets, and getting ready for fourth stimulus, which is just being announced again this morning. So there's a lot happening. So make sure you subscribe. It's birthday month, and this channel's trying to reach 400,000 subscribers. We're about 7,000 away, so let's try to do it. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm ranking. Let's try to do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. Get this video to #1, and also consider becoming a member. And thank you to the new members overnight. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The link's at the top of the chat and also in the pinned comment and description to this video. Wow, what an exciting day. Three groups of you are getting stimulus checks today. Group number 1, Wave 2, March 26 mail check recipients. Your mail checks are showing up today, and they already started to show up today and yesterday. And they will be there tomorrow as well. Thank you for the wonderful DMs and private messages I've gotten from you overnight. Those March 26 mail checks, I've been tracking them more than anyone else as a family with you and I together every single day. And those March 26 checks have still been coming. They're late. They're late. Don't worry. So if you go to the irs.gov tool and you show a March 26 mail result, that is the person I'm referring to. That's you. That March 26 mail check is coming late. And it showed up on April 1st, and it'll show up all weekend long. But today is the big day, as I've seen a big surge of those checks landing. Additionally, some people with that informed consent from UPS have now seen it in the mail routing to their home, informed delivery. Group number two. Group number two. This one's exciting. I'm really excited for group number two. Why? Because it's coming on time. Group number two is the mail check wave 3 group. They are people who go to the IRS tool and it shows a mail check of April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And that check is coming on time. A series of viewers have reported to me in private message today that they're seeing that check land as well. So great news. If you're just joining me, we're about to cut into a live feed from the press secretary. Why is this one important? Because she is bringing out your Department of Labor secretary, who's going to be talking about the new jobs numbers. This morning, if you're a viewer of this channel, if you're a member of this channel, if you're subscribed to this channel, you heard it first. The minute it was announced, I was awake and I posted to the community page. 916,000 jobs were created in the month of March. Now, the President of the United States wanted to turn this into a political event, but my focus to you is that this is a great number for the American people. We were previously at 300,000 jobs in the month of February, with 8 million missing. And I've been telling you, if there's 8 million jobs missing, that would take 16 months to restore them. Well, the numbers released this morning revised February to 500,000 and announced that March was nearly 1 million. At 1 million jobs per month, with 8 million missing, that means we could be back to normal at 8 months. But the good news doesn't end there. Analysts this morning are now saying, well, at this growth rate, we're likely to see the monthly jobs number go to 1.5 to 2 million per month. If that's the case, we will be back to normal in 4 months. There's a series of other reports that are out this morning about those jobs numbers, which I'll be cutting to later in this video, including that a new Jeffries report says that the American public is at 94% capacity for operations currently. That's all great news. And here comes the press secretary. Let's listen in and hear what she has to say, presumably about this jobs number.
Special guest, member of our jobs cabinet. Today, I'm thrilled to have Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh, with us. As you all know, Secretary Walsh was mayor of the city of Boston for the last 7 years. While mayor, he led the creation of close to 140,000 jobs, helped secure a statewide $15 an hour minimum wage, paid sick leave, and paid parental leave. He established universal, high-quality pre-kindergarten for all children and free community college for low-income students. After following his father into Labor's Local 223 in Boston, Secretary Walsh rose to head the Building and Construction Trades Council from 2011 to 2013. Before serving as mayor, he was a state representative for one of the most diverse districts in Massachusetts. There he focused on creating jobs, protecting workers' rights, expanding mental health treatment, and investing in public transit. As always, he's happy to take a couple questions. I'll be the bad cop, but with that, we'll turn it over to you.
Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Jen, and it's an honor to be here today. I want to also thank President Biden and Vice President Harris for inviting me to share an update on the economic recovery at this important moment in time. The news today, under the President's leadership through the American Rescue Plan, America's workforce is climbing out of a deep hole that COVID has put us in. Our recovery is building momentum, and many more Americans are certainly returning to work, as we can see. But we still have a long way to go, and there's a lot of work to do. Today's Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that the American economy added 916,000 jobs in the month of March. The unemployment rate edged down to 6% from 6.2% in February. That's certainly good news for over 900,000 working men and women and families in this country. We saw significant job growth in most sectors of our economy, and it's clear that the national vaccine program is not only saving lives, but it's enabling more people to get back to work. Relief checks and expanded unemployment benefits are not only putting food on the table, they're also stimulating our local economy. The supports that are being put in place for rent, mortgages, child care, schools, small businesses, and emergency paid leave are giving workers the security they need to hold on and start planning for a better future. The American Rescue Plan certainly has had positive effects across our economy, laying down the foundation for continued recovery. At the same time, over 8 million jobs that existed a year ago today are yet to return. Millions of people in this country are still hurting, and disparities within the workforce continues to be a major concern. The African American unemployment rate in March was 9.6%. The Hispanic rate was 7.9%, compared to the 5.4% for whites. In addition, barriers to the labor force participation for women continue to be a problem that has been exposed and exacerbated during this pandemic. We must continue to address the fact that working people and communities already suffering the most from inequality were hit the hardest during the COVID illness and job loss. That's why American Jobs Plan proposed by the President Biden this week is so vital to our future. It tackles each of these issues head.
At this point, I'll cut away. As you know, my focus is to give you the latest news. And certainly, over the president's press briefing this morning and what the Department of Labor's secretary was about to do right now, it's turning into a very political message. Do my bill, do my bill, do my bill. We got it. But what's important to understand is, where's your stimulus check? Let me come back to that detail right now, rather than touting someone's successes or not successes. That $1,400 third stimulus check is landing in not one, two, but three different ways simultaneously today. Those March 26 mail checks are landing in mailboxes. That is wave 2. The wave 3 mail checks, which have a date of April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The great news is they are coming on time, folks. I'm really excited for you. Those April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th checks, viewers have gotten alerts that they are coming and that they have them in the informed delivery consent route from U.S. Postal Service. So they show them literally en route to their mailbox. This is huge, great news, because I have been asked by you and I didn't know the answer. If the wave 3, April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th checks are late, like 7 days late as wave 2 was, or if they're on time. It looks like at the moment a lot of them are on time. So this is great news. Of course, we wouldn't know if it's late until the day comes and they don't get it. So that is what's happening with wave 3 mail checks, April 2nd to 5th. They're currently, for a lot of viewers, on time. And then we go to wave 4, which is the real big one. This is the great news. This is news you're only going to hear from this channel. You don't want to tune in anywhere else. And I know there's a lot of people out there that just sort of throw pancakes to the sky and hope people listen. Their information is not accurate. Let me explain what is accurate. They have been saying things like you're going to get the check in direct deposit on Wednesday. Do they not know that NetSpend, Bancorp, Bank Chime prepay the money ahead of time? Yes. This is why you have to stay with me for the specifics. These banks will be allowing the funds of Wave 4 for direct deposit to be available for you starting today, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. Which ones are they? This is great news. It is Bancorp, Chime, Cash App, NetSpend, also H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, Green Dot, and TurboTax. How do we know this? Very simply. Under Wave 1 and Wave 2, they release the funds the moment they got it or the next day. That's great news. What does this mean? The funds were pushed out today, this morning, by Treasury for Wave 4 for next week. But guess what? Those banks which I just mentioned, they release the funds the minute they get them. They sometimes wait for them to clear overnight, and in other cases, they release them the same day. Chime releases them the same day. So if you're a Chime customer, and you are wave 4 for direct deposit, you will get it today. If you're net spend, you will get it to tomorrow. Again, those banks that release the funds early, the Friday, the Saturday, and the Monday, and at latest the Tuesday, are Net Spend, Bancorp, Chime, Cash App, H&R Green Emerald Card, TurboTax, and also Green Dot. All right, so that is the excitement for Friday morning. What about the excitement tonight? Well, the excitement tonight continues because tonight the IRS tool will update itself based upon what happened this morning. Wave 4 went out this morning, and the IRS tool is going to update itself tonight. And what is that IRS tool going to show tomorrow morning for you if it's never shown anything before? I'll have all those details for you in a second. Yes, very exciting news. But let's cut back into some of the Q&A with the Department of Labor on the latest announcement of those job creation numbers. Let's listen.
The workforce, again, I think it comes down to safety. I think it comes down to fear. Even within the Department of Labor, a lot of conversations I've had with the employees of the Department of Labor asking us, when do we come back? What are the safety precautions going to be put in place? We're not bringing people back right now. I think that as mayor of the city of Boston, I heard it every day. People want it.
Thank you, Scott Watson, for that very nice comment.
People want people to come back into work, but people are still fearful.
And thank you, Patricia,
as
well.
As we get through the next couple of weeks here, I think that will shift and change. I think as people get vaccinated, as more and more people continue to get vaccinated, I think you'll see more and more people want to come back into the workforce.
What will the impact on these travel changes that are taking place? The CDC is saying those who are fully vaccinated can travel. Obviously, hospitality, travel, entertainment have been big sectors that have suffered a great deal. What do you see as the sort of comeback arc, time-wise, for those areas of the economy to have employment coming back?
Again, that's a great question. I think that, again, it comes back to people feeling safe and comfortable. I don't mean to keep going back to being the mayor of Boston, but one of our major industries is tourism. We haven't held a convention at the convention center in Boston for over a year. My office overlooked Faneuil Hall. A day like today, there'd be thousands of people shopping at Faneuil Hall. If I were in my old office today looking out the window, I'd probably see half a dozen. Again, I think the more that we can get the vaccine out to people, the more we can get shots in people's arms, the more that we can control the virus and eliminate the virus. That is going to be key. I mean, I can't stress, and I know President Biden said it today, I can't stress the...
What you're watching here is the Department of Labor and his press briefing from the White House. It's been an interesting morning. Here's my personal opinion. I don't always insert it, but I do want to insert it here. The new labor numbers were released this morning, and the labor numbers talk about how many jobs were created in the month of March and how many jobs were created in the month of February. Understand the American Rescue Plan from the President of the United States didn't even roll out a single penny to the American people until after these job numbers even kicked in. The American Rescue Plan became law in middle March. And the President of the United States addressed the American people today talking about how the American Rescue Plan helped create these jobs. Not true. And here is the Department of Labor trying to suggest that the American Rescue Plan did it as well. Also not true. So you have a lot of people taking credit for things that's not their doing. The great news is that the American Rescue Plan is a wonderful bill. It did not create the job creation numbers of this morning. What did was the vaccination numbers, being able to vaccinate the American people and lifting restrictions across the country. That's what created job growth this morning. The job numbers that were released this morning are through the roof. 916,000 jobs created in the month of March, nearly 1 million, where 8 million are missing. At that rate, if analysts on Wall Street are correct, if we grow to 1.5 to 2 million jobs created per month going forward, then we could be back to full capacity, full employment in 4 months, not 8 months, and not 16 months, as I have been advising for a while. If you're just joining me, let me explain the importance of this. This is very, very, very important. When we look at the Federal Reserve, when we look at Janet Yellen, your head of Treasury, and we look at the President of the United States and myself, everyone has said the same long horizon, that we need stimulus until everyone is back to full employment. Okay, when is everyone back to full employment? The gauge is the 8 million people who have no jobs, that are losing their jobs. How many months does it take 8 million people to get back to work? You have to have those jobs created. How many jobs are we creating per month? Up until this morning, we were generating 300,000 jobs a month, which looks like 16 months until we're back to normal. The new jobs report today, 1 million jobs per month. That means 8 months we're back to normal. The new analyst reports on Wall Street this morning says if it's 1 million for this month, it's going to be 1.5 million to 2 million next month. If that's the case, we will be back to normal in 4 months, not 16 months, which means, one, the Federal Reserve will not support this economy after 4 to 6 months from now. Number two, the whole horizon of stimulus and the whole horizon of where this economy will be dramatically different in 4 to 6 months from now. That no one, after seeing this jobs number, should think that we will be unemployed next year. It's not going to be the case anymore. Even at the current number, 8 months from now is not next year, it's this year. So that's why it's very important to understand where we are. All right, let's go back to third stimulus and what that tool is going to do this weekend. This is very exciting. If you go to the irs.gov tool and you've noticed something in the last 24 hours, yeah, it's changed. A few viewers have sent me that private message, and I checked it myself. It has changed. It used to say it's not working, unavailable, don't know. And now it's saying check back when we have more information about you. Why is it saying that? It's saying because the following is about to happen. Treasury sent out a wave this morning, the fourth wave for next week. And two things could happen to you tomorrow. Either the tool categorically stays not working, or it updates itself to reflect that your stimulus went out this morning. Yes, Treasury confirmed that every Friday morning they sent out a wave, and every Saturday morning the tool updates itself to reflect the money that went out on Friday. Well, guess what? If you go to irs.gov and it shows no result, it may, 50% of the time, show that result tomorrow and tell you the stimulus check for wave 4 is on its way. Where? It will either be in the mail or be in the direct deposit account. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or Railroad Benefits, this is you. If you're a veteran, this is you. Yes, you may not have to wait to wave 5. If you're not on benefits and a taxpayer, this is you. If you are a non-filer filing tool individual, this is you. Would it come by direct deposit or in the mail? Either or. Have to check both. What if I'm a Direct Express card holder by Comerica? Could be on the card, but could also be in the mail. This is the great news, that tomorrow is going to be a hugely exciting day on this channel because hundreds of thousands of you are going to be able to see an update on the tool that will suddenly say April 7th, April 8th, April 9th, April 10th. What is it going to say? April 7th, direct deposit, or April 8th, April 9th, April 10th, mail. Wave 4. Really incredible, great news. And with that, let me cut back into seeing what else the Labor Secretary is telling the American people during a press briefing right
Joe,
now.
we continue to have, when the CDC's up here talking about wearing masks and the need to be careful, we have to pay attention to that. And then all of the other questions I've gotten today, whether it's women in the workforce or factory workers not wanting to come back, all of that's connected. So I just think we have to continue a plan. And, I'm confident that, when President Biden got sworn in, he came up with a COVID plan right off the bat. He had a direction where he wanted to go. He's been talking about the vaccinations, 100 days, 100 million, doubling that number up. So what he's laid out is working. Now we just need to continue to work with our partners in state and local governments. We need to work with our governors. We need to work with our mayors, our town managers, our city councilors, our town council. We have to continue to work collectively with all those groups.
Let me jump up in the live chat with you now, as promised, and there's some incredible, great questions. So there is Green Dot, which I mentioned at the top of the recording, but I didn't mention in the middle of the recording. Green Dot is also one of the ones that prepay early. And David Smith just said, got $1,400 today on Green Dot. And then someone else asked about net spend. Let me see where that person was. I don't know if I can grab it still. It was right after, there is Nixon Waller. Does anyone know about net spend? So again, net spend, like Green Dot, are the ones that do prepay early. So you could see it by the end of the day, if not Saturday, Monday, or Tuesday. Susan Karma, how do you track the mail on USPS? If you go on Google, the words you want to use are informed delivery. And on informed delivery, it sends you to the USPS website. And it's a tool that allows you to look to see an image of mail that is coming to you. It takes a screen grab of the mail that is en route to you and sends it to your phone or your app or your browser. And it's a very helpful tool. I don't have it on this video, I don't think, a screen grab of it, but it's called Informed Delivery, and it's very, very helpful. Now the press secretary is about to address the American people. Let's listen to what she has to say. And continue to drop your comments. I'll cut in and answer them right away.
Critical importance of passing the American Jobs Plan, the jobs it will create, the type of workers who will benefit from it, and why we can pay for it by asking big corporations to pay their fair share. First are the jobs. A report from Moody's Analytics that came out yesterday afternoon projects that the economy will create 19 million jobs over the next decade if Congress passes the American Jobs Plan. Moody's also projects that the plan will help reduce the unemployment rate and drive up labor force participation on a sustained basis over the decade. A lot of the benefits will continue once the American Rescue Plan is played through. Second are the blue-collar workers who are going to benefit from this plan. According to another report from Georgetown University.
So let me jump back into the live chat. Some really great questions happening right now. Michael Chirabuni, I'm on SSDI and I never got the second stimulus check. Will I get the third? If you never got the second one and you are on SSDI, you should have filed a 2020 tax return requesting it. We don't know for people who have not gotten a second stimulus check, if they do not fix it, will the third one fix itself automatically? My presumption, it will not. So you should have requested the fix of the second stimulus check as soon as that problem happened in January. Mike Lehman, I'm on NetSpend, hoping today it would be nice. Yes, now NetSpend again does prepay early, and so does MetaBank. Bruce, LALATE, is the reoccurring stimulus payments canceled? Now, the reoccurring stimulus payments is the fourth stimulus package. And that fourth stimulus package is what the press secretary is speaking about now. It's not a bill yet. And even presuming that it does not have it in there, the Senate Democrats are vowing to put it in there. The faster the bill gets to the Senate, the better, because you don't want this bill sitting around and the economy booming. Then it becomes less of an issue as the economy starts to boom. What does that mean for reoccurring stimulus checks, says Cindy? Great question. So the Democrats in the Senate, they want a monthly check. That's the way they want it reoccurring. They actually use the word monthly. Michael says Green Dot was there just now, Indiana. Congratulations, Michael. There's Green Dot, if I'm understanding his comment right. What about SunTrust Bank? If you are a big bank customer, then you will see the deposit on the 7th or in the mail. The 26th, if you're just joining me, 3 waves of stimulus checks are hitting at the same time today. Wave 2, March 26 mail checks, landed in mailboxes overnight and today for viewers of this channel. Thank you for your incredible DMs overnight. Wave 3, mail checks for April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The great news is they're coming on time. A series of viewers sent me the alerts this morning that they have it coming. Great news. Wow, there is Lance Lopez, Green Dot, New Jersey, SSI. I got mine 15 minutes ago. Wow, there is another Green Dot person. Really exciting, great news. Is anyone else in the room from Green Dot? If you are, you need to see it. There's Lance Lopez. It's coming. Absolutely. This is why you want to tune into me. I love Lance Lopez's comments. You know, it's one thing to say, checks April 7th. Well, April 7th is next Wednesday. It's another to stay with me and give you the specifics of individual banks and individual days. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You shouldn't be watching anyone else, especially if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad Benefits. Trust me, I've watched their videos. They're junk. They don't know what they're talking about. They literally just sort of say things sort of vaguely and then read an article off a newspaper. They have no idea what they're happening about. I've been telling you for 5 days that the following banks are sending the money the minute they give it to you. I've been telling you that on Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, the following banks release the funds early. And they are Green Dot, Green Card by Emerald Card by H&R Block, TurboTax, Cash App, Chime, and Bank Corp, NetSpend, and MetaBank, and TurboTax. And guess what? In the live chat now, which is now 30 minutes long, 2 viewers have said in the last 15 minutes, Green Dot just posted. I specifically even said what time of the day Treasury sends out the money. Let me recap what's going on if you're just joining me. The fourth wave identified by this channel of stimulus checks, of $14 third stimulus checks, started its fourth wave this morning as Treasury pushed out that fourth wave this morning. Not tonight, not the middle of the day, this morning. Again, these are details you only hear on this channel. And I told you that you don't have to wait to April 7th, next Wednesday, to see the deposits if you're with those banks, because those banks release the funds early if they're going to the deposit account. Now, understand, 50% of you could still be getting them in the mail. But again, if you are Green Dot, Emerald Card, H&R Block, TurboTax, Chime, Cash App, or NetSpend, MetaBank, the funds will be released today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, or the latest, Monday or Tuesday. If you don't get it by Monday, you need to presume it's coming in the mail. Now, who is getting it on Wednesday, April 7th? Those that are with the big banks like Chase and Bank America, like Direct Express by Comerica, they never release the funds early, and that 50% of you will still get it in the mail next week. I also said that the March 26 Wave 2 checks are late, and that they're coming today, and that for the first time we see the incredible great news that the Wave 3 checks are actually on time. So boy, very, very exciting, great news. Let me jump in more into the live chat and see what else viewers are saying right now as I give you more of the live feed from the press secretary. Monica, is First America Bank a big or small bank? It's a smaller, but so far the only ones that I've heard give the funds early are those banks that I delineated. So to make it even simpler, if you are not the banks that I mentioned that release funds early, I have not heard about any others that release the funds earlier than that. So Sylvia Guild, mine just hit 2 minutes ago. Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you. Sylvia, congratulations. And everyone congratulates Sylvia. If you're willing to do so, Sylvia, can you tell us which bank it is? If you don't, that's fine. Lil B, March 26th, mail. I've had some people get that March 26th today. So give it a little bit of time. It is coming. Great news. WR, keep on watching LA. He'll keep you informed. Absolutely. This is the best community and the most informed community, and I just adore each and one of you. I want you to get that money. I want you to know what's going on with this economy. I want you to be financially stable, and I want you, as soon as you get that stimulus check, to stay with me and get ready to get this other big money under the stimulus package, because I want you to get more money beyond just the stimulus check. So is Comerica the 7th, says Tammy. Yes, Comerica Direct Express card is the 7th. What about SunTrust? Again, unless your bank is one of the ones that I mentioned before, your bank will be April 7th. If it's not April 7th, it's in the mail. Remember, if, for example, if you're a SunTrust customer, 50% of SunTrust will get it in on April 7th, and 50% will get in the mail. I guess something happened with Dana or Dana. Lee, how will you know if you're getting a stimulus check? There's two ways you'll know. One, it'll just appear. Number two, the tool will work for you and update itself on Saturday and reflect that it's coming. Sylvia said MetaBank, says Leanne McCoy. Wow. So there we go. My goodness. And Leanne had 3 exclamation points. I'm really excited for Sylvia. You know why? Because here we go. I mean, this is just great news. I said even before Sylvia's super chat, get ready for NetSpend and MetaBank. I said, get ready for NetSpend and MetaBank. And bam, Sylvia said, I'm NetSpend and MetaBank. Let me go look. And there it was. Again, these are the ones that are paying today. And it looks like I may not even have to say today, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. Maybe I just have to say today. Green Dot, NetSpend, MetaBank, Chime, Cash App, Bancorp, TurboTax, Green Emerald Card by H&R Block. These are the ones that are paying today, Friday. And when I mean paying, I mean the funds are available. I don't mean pending or, sitting around. I mean the funds are available tomorrow, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. Now, again, this also gives clarity to you because if you are at those banks and do not show a direct deposit by Tuesday, you know yours is in the mail. Now, if you are not those banks, which I just mentioned, then your deposit date would only be April 7th. That includes Direct Express by Comerica, only April 7th. If it's not April 7th, you're in the mail. Great news across the board. I'm really excited for you. Let's see what else is happening. Let's get back into Norma O'Donnell because she is really going to town with the press secretary. They've been asking questions for 10 minutes. Let me see what she's
And
asking.
implementing it. Now we also have a Secretary of Health and Human Services who is in place, who can work in partnership, and they have oversight, as you know, over a number of the shelters, and that's a key part of the partnership. But the Vice President's role is really focused on the Northern Triangle.
Go ahead. Following up there,
There's Shannon Vaughn. Got my check in Chime about 30 minutes ago. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Sharon Vaughn. She just wrote 30 minutes ago, I got it from Chime. It's like I say it and then it happens. I said to you, it's going to hit from Chime, and Sharon just said, I got 30 minutes ago. Well, guess what? I've been on air for 38 minutes. 38 minutes. Congratulations, Sharon. Really exciting, great news. Thelma Carter, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. It's a great morning. I'm really excited for you as a family. I told you today was the big day and really excited. Really, really exciting, great news. When will people get by mail if it was scheduled for 4/2? So let me give you the recap where we are. And guess what? After this, I'm back with you live at noontime. Let me tell you the big recap where we are. If you are a mail check, March 26, today and tomorrow, they're late. They're showing up late. No worries, they're just late. Number 2, April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, so far with a very small microcosm, not in a lot of results, but a small number of results. I'm showing them coming up on time because viewers have sent me some private messages saying, I got it. It's coming on time. Now, that may change. The data may change as I see more results for viewers. But so far, the great news is the 2nd to 5th, April 2nd to 5th, mail on time. Third, today, wave 4 was pushed out by Treasury for direct deposit and mail. And all throughout this recording, the recording before this, and early mornings, LALATE, I said these were the banks that are going to release the funds to you today. And guess what? We've had confirmation. I told you Chime was going to release it today. One viewer just said, I just got it from Chime in the last 15 minutes. I told you NetSpend and MetaBank would release it today. Another viewer said, I just got it from NetSpend and MetaBank. I said that Green Dot would release it anytime between today and Monday or Tuesday at the latest. 2 viewers have just said in this live chat, I got it from Green Dot. I also mentioned that H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, TurboTax, Bancorp also released the funds early. We're still waiting to see some of those results as well. Again, these are the banks that release the funds early and could release them today and have already released them for some viewers. Green Dot, Chime, NetSpend, MetaBank. We're still waiting for deposits to appear for these also early payment banks, which are Bancorp, H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, and TurboTax. All the rest of you are next Wednesday, April 7th, for all the other banks, including Direct Express by Comerica. But you may also be a mail check result. Check the mail every single day. Check the mail and check the tool. Finally, the big update is that tomorrow, the tool will update itself for 50% of the viewers of this channel to reflect Wave 4 going out today. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. Give a like. Let's get this video to #1. It's birthday month on this channel and trying to get to 400,000 subscribers by the end of the month as this channel turns 1 year old on April 25th. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you for the new members of this chat. Congratulations to the new recipients of their 3rd stimulus check. I will be with you throughout the day, and I'll be live with you in about 30 minutes to 40 minutes from now. So stay with me. Have a great morning, and look forward to seeing you again. And give me more updates as you receive more funds, and stay with LALATE for more.